We're going to look at an example here of our vocabulary, so pause the video to copy down this example and then hit play when you're ready. I'm going to look at when my graph is increasing and decreasing. So if I start from left to right, because that's how we read, as I look at the left of the graph, as x is increasing, the y value is also getting larger up until this point. So that is our first interval of increasing. Then once we hit that point, as x gets larger, y gets smaller, so that section is decreasing. And I'm going to draw just a dashed line so that I can see what that a value is. And remember, where it changes from increasing to decreasing is also known as our relative maximum. It stops decreasing at this point here, and then it starts to go back up as x gets larger, y is getting larger, so another section of increasing. And again, I'm going to draw a dashed line just so I can separate that for myself. This point down here where it changes from decreasing to increasing is another turning point, and this one is our relative min. So let's write down the intervals where it's increasing now. The first interval is starting where this arrow is, and we write our intervals with the x values. Remember that these are always x values. Always use the x values for increasing and decreasing. So it starts at negative infinity and it's increasing all the way to this x value, which is where I drew this dashed line at A. And then the other place it's increasing is at this dashed line. It starts at B and it goes on and on forever and ever towards infinity. So there's my intervals of increasing. Another note I want to make is that we use soft brackets in this class because technically it's not really increasing or decreasing at those points, those turning points. However, let me make a note. On Math Excel, they use square brackets or hard brackets because really in calculus you can see it either way, and same thing on the SATs. So they'll use interchangeably square brackets and soft brackets. I'm going to use soft brackets in our class. Alright, now the place where it's decreasing, it starts decreasing, remember again, x values right here at A, and it stops decreasing at the second x value here at B. Same thing, x values, soft brackets. And I'm also going to make a note that it's not constant anywhere. We don't have any places where it's constant on this one. Now we already identified our relative max and min. Let's just talk about that a little bit. Remember, the relative max itself is the y value. So in this case, the relative max is D. And another way I can say that is I could say that it has a relative max of y equals D at the point x equals A. And then our relative min, if I look up here, is at the y value of C. So the relative minimum would be C. Or I could also say has a relative min of y equals C at x equals B. Now remember, if you missed anything, you can always pause the videos or go back and rewind it or watch it again if you need to. Okay, so there's our example. Now try some on your homework.